What's up, peeps? Nick Battle, aka Nino's Corner, man. First off, if you like this content, go hit that subscribe button, man. I appreciate it. And if you're listening to this on the podcast, go give me a 5-star like, a comment, some kind of review. It helps out tremendously, man. But today we're gonna talk about the 5-star athlete from Denton Ryan High School, Jatavian Sanders, bell cow for this 2021 class here at Texas, man. But hey, Texas fans, the real question is, where is Sanders gonna play? Is it going to be offense? Is it going to be defense? What's he going to be? There's a strong contention for him to play on the offensive side of the ball. And hey, I can't be mad at you if he does play there. 63 catches, 1,161 yards, 18.4 yards a catch, 16 touchdowns, guys. That guy caught a touchdown every 4 catches in high school his senior year. I mean, that is some production. He's 6'4", 230-pound wide receiver in high school. He'll probably play tight end in college if he does, actually, in fact, move to the offensive side of the ball. Now, I always thought that he was going to be a defensive player that was going to take over, for Joseph Versailles, or at least compete for that job with the likes of Prince Dorba. And we got 2 other folks now who were just signed on as grad transfer here at Texas to compete for that job as well. But getting back to Sanders, I always thought that he was going to play defense. He's just a hell of an athlete, freak of nature athlete. But when I saw him play offense and seeing him do all these one-handed catches and on, Randy Moss's You Got Moss segments on, on like TV every week, and it's been getting out of hand how good this kid really is on the offensive side of the ball. Wherever he plays, he's going to be an instant impact player. If he stays on the offensive side of the ball, he's going to increase the level of talent in that tight end room twofold. I mean, you have him, you have Jared Wiley, who I think is amazing. I think he's the best tight end on his team right now. You got Cade Brewer, who's just your guy. He's like your stable guy, your constant force in that room. You got Librock and you got Malcolm Epps. You got some really talented and versatile and athletic tight ends that'll be in that room. Now, if he goes to the defensive side of the ball, you got a stacked room now. And this is why I think he's probably going to stay on the offensive side of the ball or split time between both. All right, so Texas just signed 2 grad transfers to play, in that position that Joseph, left. So Osai played that edge rushing menace, and Texas just brought in the guy, Ray Thornton from LSU, who's like an outside linebacker / DN, same kind of position that we just lost with Joseph Osai. And Texas also brought somebody from Notre Dame, Ovi Agofo, who, if I'm not mistaken, everybody at Notre Dame has said that this kid is their best pass rusher, and he was on the path to start this year. He didn't start the previous 2 years because he was behind some NFL talent. And now that those guys are going into the draft this year, it was his job. It was his job. But both of these guys, Agofo and Thornton, both have 3 years to play. So that brings in instant numbers, instant depth. If one of these guys start, that brings in a starter who can start for the next 3 years. Hey, you got a lot of options with these guys. Not only did Texas go after these 2 grad transfers, they also have 2 kids that they are actually trying to get to commit to Texas right now. One is David, what's David's last name? David Abiara. He's from Mansfield Legacy. And also you got Garfield Lawrence, who is from Tyler Legacy. So I think if they can pull one of those guys, you got three defensive linemen / outside linebacker types that can rush the passer that you're bringing in with this class on top of what you already brought in for the class, right? And then you have the defensive line that you already have assembled. And guys, this is a really good defensive line unit, guys. You have Coburn. Keandre Coburn's one of my favorite players. Reminds me so much of Casey Hampton. It's ridiculous. You got Alfred Collins, beast. You got Vernon Broughton, beast. You got Ojimo. I love Ojimo. He's so versatile. He can play all up and down the line. You got Jacoby Jones, okay? You have Goran Welch. That's another guy that can play very, very well. You got Prince Dorba. Prince Dorba is one of those guys who can play defensive end / the outside linebacker, that pass rushing kind of guy. You got some names out there, man. You got that 7 guys, and I know I'm missing maybe 1 or 2. Oh, you got Sweat. Sweat is a really good player too. I mean, he's been a good backup, for these guys. And you got Myron Hardy. I keep forgetting just the depth of talent that this team has that they can rotate. And these guys are coming into their own now. You put in those 2 grad transfers and you put in 1 other person from that 2021 cycle when it comes to recruiting. And now you have a line, you have 12 men deep on that line, which makes it a lot easier to allow Jatavian Sanders to play offense, especially at the tight end position. So where's he going to play? I have no idea. I think the only person that knows where he's going to play is Coach Sark. But hey, wherever he goes, he's going to shine. The kid's an athlete. He just moved up to like a top 10 player in the country. It's like, what's he, number 10, like on one side, I think number 13, like on another side. He's a 5-star recruit. I think we all knew that he was a 5-star recruit. He's one of the top here in the state, if not the top player in the state, man. So, hey, well, yeah, he's just amazing. Good player, very good player. Can't wait to see him here in the 40. It's going to be some interesting times here, guys, here pretty soon. So on that note, man, we're going to end this. We're going to say, like we always say after all our episodes, do you, man. Don't be afraid to fail. Outgrow your environment. Understand your brilliance. And we'll talk about something new tomorrow or maybe later on tonight. Depends on how I feel, man. But on that note, man, salute to you guys. We're out of here. Peace out.